Y'all, come on in, my kings and queens, my beautiful royal angels, my gorgeous, gorgeous butterflies. Y'all, come on in. Y'all already know what time it is. It's Sip Sage and Manifest with Diamond Stone. Late night vibes, positive vibes only. Y'all, come on in and join me. Make sure you hit the like and the share button for me, please, and run that stream up. Over here, do the same. Also, feel free to purchase your membership badges if you like or whatever. I'm gonna put my cash app up because a lot of people say that the stars has been acting up a little bit. So um if you want to bless me that way, you can feel free to. So give everybody a chance to come on in, y'all. Hold up, let me put it up here. Make sure when you come in, you say hello and hit that like button for me, please. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Hitting the like button is absolutely free. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you, Sheila. How you doing, gorgeous? Make sure y'all hit that like button for me and say hello so I know who was all with me. I see y'all over here. What my hearts and thumbs up and kisses and loves and hugs. Y'all know what to do. Come on, cause we on a roll, baby. We've been doing so well. So I need y'all to keep the good thing rolling, keep up the good work. Let's keep it rolling that way. Got a surprise for y'all too. Over here, y'all do the same thing. Please hit the like and the share button. Ooh, I missed y'all last night, but I've been in my feelings a little bit. You're doing good. Glad to see me. And it's a pleasure to see you as well, gorgeous. Come on in here. So y'all know how I do when I get in my modes. I have to get a fresh breath, a fresh a breath of fresh air. I have to detox from um, the different energies that I be intercepting when I'm on social media. Hi Ella, how you doing? We got Ella in here from DC. Y'all tell Ella hello. Come on in, Queen. Y'all run them hearts and thumbs up. If your hands get tired, let somebody else take over. Y'all know how we do over here. Over here, so we got 3 people on YouTube. My royals, come on in and say hello, and make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Hey Charlie May, there we go. Now we in business. Did you check your inbox? Check it out. Okay, Sheila, I'll check my inbox out. Um, I got some more messages that I actually need to go back to. I was kind of busy today. I've been really busy all week. I got a lot on my plate. So, um, and then, hey, citizens. Then I been in my feelings. I thought it was just because, well, I know when I have extreme emotions, because I'm an empath as well, but I do be missing my son a lot, y'all. And it's getting closer and closer to the time of his homegoing date. So that's really rough for me. Um, a lot of things. Hey, Katrina, baby. Um, hey, Willie, how you doing? A lot of things remind me of him because I know he's around me. Y'all, I've been seeing some wonderful things that just been trying to keep my spirits up and put a smile on my face. But every day is hard. If you ever experienced losing a child, I don't care how grown they are, that's something that sticks with you for a lifetime. And I truly don't ever think it gets better. You're gonna have your good days and you're gonna have your bad days. Hey Paula, it's one thing to you know, when they um leave here under normal circumstances like being sick or possibly an accident or something. But when somebody just really just takes their life senselessly, in a very horrible way, that's really, really, really rough. And all I've been having is like flashbacks. It's been real hard, and I've just been having flashbacks of seeing my son laying in the casket. That's a lot of things that I blocked out during that time, are very prominent. And thank you, Cammy. If I don't see your name, say something, repeat it, or say something. The more you comment, the better. Hey, I am Michelle. Hello, beautiful. Thank you for joining me, gorgeous. Hey, Helen, come on in, babies. You lost your son in December. I'm so sorry, baby. My condolences definitely go out to you. Um, I'm gonna start back up Grieving Sunday, but I'm trying to get some things done. I don't want to speak on them right now, but I will later. Then y'all will understand. Um, and then I was having these reoccurring dreams, and I was trying to understand what the message was, and um, I got a very disturbing call. I'm not gonna say any names or anything like that. Hey Valerie, baby. I see you got your 7 months. It's your 7 months subscriber anniversary. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Yes, I will keep you in my prayers. Thank you. Definitely please keep me in your prayers. Keep my family in your prayers. My close family, my extended family, please keep them in your prayers. Hey Sheila, thank you so much, because I pray for y'all every night, every day, all day. I pray for everybody that supports me, the ones that don't even support me. I pray for the people that love me. I pray for the people that don't love me. I pray for everybody. Hey, Yolanda, but I got some very disturbing news. That's something you will never forget. I lost my son in 1995, and it still seems like yesterday. Exactly. And a lot of things that you tend to block out within that. Sorry for the loss of your son. Thank you, baby. And it seems like a lot of things that you've been blocked out at that moment. I don't know for anybody else, but I know for me, a lot of things are coming up that I know now that I blocked out, and it's real rough for me. I have to shake it off, because I go into this depression. Um, and it's not good, because I can't get anything done, because I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to be around nobody. And I just want to just get in my little hole and just think, or be to myself, go to sleep, eat. But that don't help. So I know that's not healthy, so I have to quickly shake it off. Thank you, Vita. I lost my son years ago. I am so sorry, Vita. So y'all understand my pain. um but there are a lot of different pains. As a mother, as a parent, we try to protect our children at all cost. And when somebody hurts one of your babies, because I don't care how old your children get, they're still your babies, especially when you're a mother. Mom gonna always say, those are my babies. You can be 40 years old, you still your mama's baby. But especially when they're little, young, and you get somebody does something to one of your children, that affects you in another way. A lot of times they don't even have to be your children. I'm gonna tell y'all something. We have some very evil people in this world. And I know y'all know this. We have these demons are very bold now. They don't care what kind of shape, form, or fashion that they come in. Protect your children at all cost. Protect your babies. And it even goes for your family members too. We cannot be letting everybody watch our children. We can't even let our children go everywhere. I'm so overprotective over my grandbabies, and I'm so grateful that they have the kind of parents that they have, that their children 9 times out of 10 is with them, um, with their other grandmothers, um, or with their mom, and they moms don't play that, because I don't, because they know is not going to be any understanding for me. None. I will take a case for my grandbabies. Okay. For my children still. Yes, ma'am. Yes, mom, we do have some evil people in this world. And it's these grown people. It's hard enough when you can barely trust your family members. So you know doggone well you shouldn't trust anybody that you don't know around your children. And me, I keep a lot of kids. I used to keep a lot of kids, and a lot of times when my god babies, my god children, they have children. When they got to go do something, they don't trust their children with everybody. So they'll call me and say, "Hey, mom, can you watch my baby? Can you watch them?" Because they know their children love me, because they know no harm is gonna come to them, and I'm gonna watch them like a hawk. Okay. Um, I don't play that, because when your children is in my care, I'm responsible for them, so that the same way you drop them off to me is the same way you're going to pick them up from me. They're going to be the same way you drop them off. It's the same way you're going to get them, or probably even better. Okay. We have some, hey, living purpose. How you doing, beautiful? Grown men. And there's some grown women out there too. It's just not just with these different demons and different spirits that they're carrying around, evil ones. Our kids go from our lap to our heart. Sandra, you're absolutely right. My mama used to say that to me all the time. She said, it's easy. She said, when they're young, they in your lap. She said, but as they get older, they're in they own your heart. She didn't lie about that. I don't play by my nieces and nephews either. So when I get disturbing news, hey Tina, um, about somebody did something to one of them, or would do something to one of my grandbabies, that puts me in a whole nother. I feel some type of way about that, y'all, because children are innocent. They do not deserve for grown people, grown demonic spirits tampering with their innocence, opening up their Pandora's box. And y'all, people like that that does things like that to kids, and you grown and you know better. You know better. You don't need to breathe, and I'm sorry. And I'm not promoting violence or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure all y'all feel the same way I feel right about now. And what I'm saying, our grandbabies are basically our children. They are. They are. Hey, Crystal. So I got some very disturbing news, and it disturbed me because as a child, I know what that feels like. I went through that. I was molested as a child. Girl children aren't safe anywhere. Boy children aren't either. That's why I watched my children like a hawk, and I had three boys. I still was very particular about anybody keeping them or them spending the night with anybody. I didn't play that. I didn't bounce around from club to club, club hopping every weekend. I was at home with my children. If anything, I prefer to be at home with my children. I have y'all know we have our granddaughter 99.9% of the time. And she's the only girl grandbaby that I have. And y'all already know. I know what happened to me, so I'm gonna protect her with everything I got in me. Period. I go to jail behind that one. I go to jail behind the rest of them too. Hey Larry, how you doing? Come on in, King. Hey Lucille, hey Sheila. So you gotta teach our kids so they can, because a lot of times kids are scared to tell anything, and they will harbor those secrets for a lifetime. And when they harbor those secrets for a lifetime and don't tell nobody, and then your child go to acting out, and you don't know what's wrong with them, and you think that and you go to act and respond in a certain kind of way, not really having their back because you don't know what's wrong. You think that they're being rebellious or, something of that nature, and that's not what it is. Somebody then did something to them, and they just didn't never tell you because they was too scared, and they didn't harbor this. And this affects them for the rest of their lives, most of them, if especially if they're of age and they can understand, or especially if it's happened to them more than one time, and especially if it was very in depth. You're right, childhood trauma. And that's when they go to being in toxic situations and picking being in toxic relationships and toxic friendships, and looking for love in all the wrong places because of what somebody else did to them. That's why some of them become promiscuous, or they do things to self-harm to themselves because they looking at themselves like, hey, I'm not worthy, or they feel dirty, or they feel that it was their fault. It's not their fault. It's them grown people that knew better, that didn't allow this child to keep their innocence and to be children. And it don't just happen to females, little girls, it happens to little boys too, more often than discussed. And then you wonder why we have our young girls or boys, they start having identity crisis. They don't know whether they want to be with a man or a woman. It's because of what's happened to them. And nobody thought, say, hey, let me pay attention. Kayla is 2 years old. She's two. You're right, living at purpose. I am Michelle. I talk to my daughter so much that she gets tired of me. That's because they do forget. Exactly. It's awful when a child is violated. You're absolutely right. It's very, very horrible. Um, Most of them were family moles. Okay, Sheila. Um, Kayla's too. But she know don't nobody supposed to touch her pocketbook. Don't nobody supposed to touch it. I said, you don't let nobody bother this right here, okay? You tell your grandmama if somebody touching you inappropriately. My grandsons know the same thing. Somebody's trying to touch you inappropriately. I taught my children this, my boys this. Teach your children this. Make sure that they always feel comfortable, that they can come and talk to you, or they can come and tell you if they feel like they've been violated or if they've been put in uncomfortable situations. Don't let it be that they too scared because they think that you gonna jump down their throat. Or you got some people, some parents will look the other way or won't take the children's side, won't believe them. No, let them know that, hey, I got your back no matter what. You could tell me anything. I don't care what it is, and ain't nobody finna do nothing to me. Teach them that. I always tell my boys, hey, don't nobody supposed to touch you there. You don't supposed to put your mouth on nobody. Nobody's supposed to put their mouth on you. I talk to my kids just like that. And you have to talk to your kids. Don't be beating around no bush with your children. You talk to them in the language that they can understand. If they 2 and 3, you speak to them like a 2 or 3 year old in a way where a 2 or 3 year old can understand that something is wrong, that this is not something that's normal or supposed to happen to you. 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, however age they are, that's how you talk to them. But you keep it real and you keep it 100, and you let them know that no, this is not okay. And if you feel like you're in an uncomfortable situation and you don't feel something is you don't feel right about something, get out of it safely as you can, and then you let somebody else know that you trust. We got to stop being so freely to leave our kids with any and everybody. I know a lot of times we want to leave our children with family members, but sometimes it be your own family members. And sometimes it be friends of the family member. And just because they might be some kin to you, your mama, your auntie, your cousin, grandmama, everybody don't have the same instincts or motherly or parental um guidance or protection to know, or intuition to know. Because if somebody else is around, and it can be family members, I'm watching my granddaughter, I don't play that. And I'm always checking her. Same thing with my boys, same thing I would tell them. And then I would always ask them, anybody touch you in an inappropriate way? Anybody ask you to do anything you weren't supposed to? Anybody made you feel uncomfortable? Ask your children these things. Talk to your children. Let them know that nobody's supposed to touch their private parts in it, no kind of shape, form, or fashion. Be very selective about who you leave your children with. And we trust a lot of people, but in the day and time that we are living in, you can't trust nobody. My mama gave me babs, not my brothers and uncles. Okay. When we were coming up, and it was a lot of girls, it was more girls than it was boys, but our uncles played a part in raising us, and they didn't play them games. We could never like sit in our uncles' laps. That was a no-no. And you got these new age moms that they don't care. They bring these different men around their children. I ain't never played that. No, you don't need to meet my kids. My kids don't need to see you. I never played that. No. And I'm not finna leave my baby around you. My granddaughter better not be sitting nobody left. If she sitting her pop left, he don't have all up here. No, she be right here. Cause a man is a man and he is human. I don't care what nobody say. They got two heads, one here and one there, and that one down there don't it don't really think like that. And you got some sick individuals out here. Not all men are like that, and not all women are like that. But you got some out here like that that have a true problem, and some of it stems from it happened to them. So they're carrying it on. And y'all, it happens more so than you ever know. Charlotte says, I dated in the streets. Okay. My mama used to always tell me, she used to tell us, me and my siblings, that she never dated for herself. She always dated for us, meaning she could probably date anybody that she wanted to date. But she made sure that if it was somebody that she was gonna bring around us, they had to come correct and be correct, and it had to be somebody that she really, really trusted. And I can truly say this to today. Any man that my mom has ever dated, they never tried anything with me or my siblings. Never. Never. So she did a good job in that. But my mom was a single parent and she had to work. So sometimes we was left places that we probably shouldn't have been left with, but she trusted these people. There have been family members that she trusted us with. It's sad to say, but she shouldn't have trusted us with that family member, because that's when the abuse happened. But my mom thought she was doing the best that she knew how to do. She thought she was, taking care. She was trying to do the best that she could in raising us, taking care of her children. And she thought she was leaving us in safe hands. I don't think my mom and them realized, like, hey, my daughter ain't something wrong. She's not herself. They call my mama so much from school, y'all. Y'all wanna know why? Because I was taking that aggression out at school. Hey, Linda, how you doing? Hey, Charlotte. Exactly. You don't bring every man around your children. You don't. And my kids will tell you that. Ain't many they saw. And if they saw you, you was finna be there for a while in my life. I just didn't bring no And with me having my granddaughter as much as I do and my other grandkids being around me, you ain't finna see now. But who y'all see pop up. That's it. My other grandsons, they know who he is. That is pop up. Nope, nobody else. Nobody. Mm-mm. That's right. My uncles wouldn't allow us to sit on that laps when we got to a certain age. Exactly, living in purpose. And you have to teach these little girls that because they don't know no better. They think they playing. Then, they sitting all over that's a no for me. Okay, that's a no. So, you know, some people, that family member couldn't even explain. But towards the end, they apologized. But it happened, and it shouldn't have. You should be able to trust your family members or, people that's really, really close to you and knowing that your kids are going to be safe. Mentally, that had me messed up for a whole lifetime. I'm just not getting right from that. Maybe I want to say maybe 4 years ago, that's when I really, really healed from that. And I'm 52 years old. That's how long that right there just was toxic, like a just a cancer in my life. I had to learn how to cope. That's why I made all the decisions and the choices and just didn't care because I was still dealing with that trauma. And it's deeper than you know. And it will stay with you for a long time. My granddaughter she ain't finna spend night at nobody's house. She fine. Nope. My mom didn't allow us to stay at friends' house. Nope. She was doing everything she could to protect us. Everything she could. But the enemy went on the outside, it was on the inside. Yeah. So, you know, and a lot of times, the child will think that it's their fault. And that's why they won't tell nobody. But then you see your child acting out. Every time my mom was getting a call, she fighting. She suspended. She suspended. Every time they was calling, she suspended. I stayed getting suspended, young girl. My mama said, "Oh, wait a minute. We got to figure out what's going on." She didn't understand. My brother was my best friend. He knew everything. I had to protect him. He had to protect me. He was trying to protect his big sister. That's why me and my brother was so tight. Because he was trying to protect me all the time. And he was so little himself. How you gonna protect me? He just a child. So he would get the worst end getting beat because he was trying to protect his sister. We went through a lot. That's why I say, when these people come on here and they say mean things or try to judge you or tell you about your life, you don't know nothing about me. You could never possibly even walk in my shoes if I gave you the instructions. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what nobody has been through or what they're going through. So why would you try to judge them or drag them down with harmful and harsh words in your judgment when you know nothing? You don't know what a person experienced or what they're going through mentally. You don't know. You'll never know what somebody has to deal with on a daily basis just to get by or to have a great day. And here you come with your drama and negativity, your low vibrational energy. Come on. A lot of times these children are so misunderstood. It's because somebody done did something to them. And that was my whole purpose for starting when I'm starting my middle son. He knew why. Mom, why you always helping these girls? Why you always so concerned about the kids? That's why. I wasn't happy. I was a sad little girl for a long, long time. Because I was crying on the inside, but I had to smile on the outside. So that nobody would know my secret. My aunt, may she rest in peace. That was my best friend. Y'all don't know. That was my protector, my prayer warrior. Yes, she was. She didn't play. And she was about 5 feet tall. She know me because she raised me. I was the girl she always wanted. She had a daughter, but her daughter passed away 3 days after birth. So I was that daughter. And she was my aunt. That was my best friend. I love me some her, me and her like this. I made it so we went over her house one day. I was living in hell, y'all. Don't even understand. My mama was working, but she was working out of town. She had to go out of town and work. And she left us in the care with somebody she thought she could trust. She left us in the care where she thought me and my brother would be safe, but we wasn't. It was like the house of horrors. We wasn't. Mentally, that messed us up so bad mentally. And I was like, Mama, when you coming home? I couldn't tell her. Couldn't tell nobody. All I know is I wanted my mama to come home, no. And she would be like, she told them to drop she when she heard us, you know, like, what's wrong with my children? And her friend came to check on us. I'll never forget that. And she said, you need to come home because something is not right with your children. Something is not right. And I remember my mama saying, take them. At this time, we had a big mama. We love big mama. Big mama had everybody church. He wouldn't take us there. I could barely go around my family members because I knew that once I got the chance to get around one of my family members, my auntie, if I can get to my auntie, she was gonna save me. My brother was just getting poor baby. We was we had each other back. We always have had each other back. I miss him so much. Hmm. I remember we happened to go over my auntie house, that one I was telling y'all about. I'm being watched the whole time, like, you better not say nothing. I get to where I can get to, and I'm looking at her. I'm giving her this look, like, I don't want to go. Please don't. And I whispered to her, I said, please, auntie, can I stay here? Please, please don't make me go. I want to stay here with you. She looked at me. She could see it all over my face, y'all. When it got time to go, she said, and your name pop up. My auntie name was Shirley Mae. And Shirley Mae, your name just popped up. Because I know that's one of my angels. That was my best friend. That was my auntie. And over here, y'all, her name just popped up. Shirley Mae. That was my auntie name. She stood about 5 feet tall. I kid y'all not. She didn't play though. And she said, she ain't going nowhere. Do y'all not know my auntie was finna have to fight, baby? She said, something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but she gonna tell me. But I tell you one thing, she ain't going back with you. She won't be going back with you. Her nor her brother ain't going back with you. They staying right here with me. And my auntie stood in front of me. She said, I don't know where you get to, you gotta come through me. And she meant every word. I bet you I stayed right there with my auntie. Other family members were standing around, they was really trying to figure out what was going on. That's when it all started coming. I still wouldn't talk about it. She didn't pressure me. She didn't pressure me. She didn't pressure my brother, but they still knew something was wrong, you know. So I remember it was this it was on TV. It was like a um some kind of show that came on and it was talking about molestation. And I just started crying and I couldn't stop. And that's when I told them what happened. And my auntie said, you need to take them to counseling. So me and my brother, we started counseling sessions. But I think it was, we still wouldn't talk at first because, we was just like, we didn't want our mama have to hear all that. So, and we didn't feel comfortable yet. So they asked her to leave the room. Then that's when we told everything. And I think that was like the worst pain I could see in my mama's eyes. And I don't truly, I feel like today that she truly has not forgiven herself, but it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. She was doing what she thought was right, and she thought that she was leaving us with somebody that she could trust. She thought that her children would be safe. But after her friends say, hey, no, you need to come home. Something's not right with your children. They look like they so scared. You need to come home. Bump that money. She was making good money. She was trying to do something to take care of her kids. And a lot of times parents are put in situations where, hey, you think you know your neighbor. You and your neighbor talk every day, and you think you know your neighbor real well. Hey, can you watch them so I can go to work? But guess what? They not safe. Been knowing a person all your life. Like I said, sometimes it can be a family member. You think because they your sibling that they not gonna do it. If it's something in them, they sick mind, they gonna do it. You can't trust nobody, for real. You can't trust nobody. And especially in the day and time that we are living in. Where my heart's at, y'all. Give me my hearts, because I sure need 'em. You can't trust nobody. We live in a real, real wicked world. I just so happen to see, I know y'all hear me talk about my friend Janetta McSwain all the time, and I tell y'all how dynamic her story is. And I never knew what she was going through until one day we were all getting ready to go out. And we was at my house getting ready, and it was a whole bunch of females sitting around the table. All we all getting ready to go out, but we talking and stuff, right? And I don't know what made us do this, but every female at that table went to telling their story about what happened to them when they were little girls. one story after the next. It wasn't a dry eye in the room. And when she began to tell her story, I just was like, wow. I stopped. I said, I'm not no victim. I'm a survivor. Because to hear her story, it was way worse than mine. Oh my goodness. All of it's horrible. But to have heard what she went through, and you would never know it because of how she carried herself. We all just looked and was like, wow. And I told her, I said, your story is going to be heard around the world. I said, when you tell your story, it's going to change so many lives. You're going to make a great impact. And those words that I told her came true. Her story's been heard all around the world. She's making a great impact in the community, in this world, a difference just by telling her story. And if y'all haven't heard it, you can find it on my page. Um, Her name is Dr. Janetta McSwain. You can look her up. It's a story about her sister, and her boy cousin. It happens more than you know. And like I say, it's not just little girls, it happens to little boys too. It happens to little boys too. So I was very overprotective of my kids. And when you're young, sometimes you don't be thinking, because you're still young, you're still trying to learn how to be a parent. And no parents are perfect. None. There's not a handbook or a manual that comes with raising your children or how to parent your children or how to be perfect. It's not. And I had boys, and I said, boys are still not safe either. It was only two places my kids would go if I needed somebody to watch them. Only two places if they were not with me. Like now, if Kayla's not with me, if her mama says she's gonna take her somewhere, I'm like, where's she going? You can bring her to me. I don't want nobody else keeping her. I don't want her everywhere. I don't care how well I know her. Hey, Paula, thank you for the stars, beautiful. Thank you, gorgeous. But y'all, it took me a long time to be able to speak about it, to even speak about it now. I couldn't speak about this long time ago. And it was a time when I had actually buried it to where I forgot it happened to me. I blocked it out. I blocked it out. And I remember dating this guy, being dating for a long time. And I remember one day just telling him what happened. It just came flooding back in. And I remembered every detail. No girl child, that saying was true. No girl child is safe. No. And I would be nervous around men as a little girl. You weren't finna catch me nowhere around a man by myself because I was just that afraid because of what had happened to me. So teach your kids, talk to your children. They are not too young for you to let them know that, hey, nobody is supposed to touch you in this manner. Nobody is supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. If you feel uncomfortable, then something is wrong. Never be afraid to come and tell me. Don't be telling your children, oh, you a lie, that didn't happen, or shut up and don't you ever say that again. See, you got some folks that actually do that. You do. But my mama believed me. My auntie definitely believed me. She just knew something was wrong. I didn't have to tell her, but she knew. I have a lot of you all on here that support me that have went through the same thing. A lot of you all that support me and listen to me every day, a lot of you all have been through the same thing. But guess what? We are not victims. We are survivors. And our stories would give another young lady the courage to come forth and tell her story and release herself from that guilt, release herself from that bondage, release herself from all that traumatic experience that she has been through that has held her back. Because believe it or not, it will hold you back. You will never be your greatest self until you release all of that that has been holding you down, because you kept it in and been afraid to say anything, been too ashamed. You don't have no reason to be ashamed of anything, because you did not do anything wrong. Remember that you are worthy to be loved, and you are beautiful. You are amazing. You don't have to beg for love. You're not ugly. You're not dirty. You're none of that. You're all the great things that God created you to be. You are survivors. You're not a victim. And if you went through this, I want you to put on here tonight in the comment section, I am a survivor. Be proud of yourself. You are amazing. And nothing can hold you back. You can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. You take all that hurt, that trauma, that abuse, you use that as your stepping stone to put you where you need to be or where you want to be. Stop walking around with your head held down. Hold your head up, baby. Be proud of who you are and who God created you to be. Because everything has a purpose. And God picks his strongest soldiers, and apparently we are his strongest soldiers, because we have to go through things that others wouldn't make it through. Satan might have touched us, but he didn't break us, baby. So smile, because you are beautiful and amazing. I love y'all. Good night.